what's happening? It's your boy Skrilla, man. Shout out to I Said It, the celebrity interviewer. You dig what I'm talking about, man. Sponsored by
What up? It's Dead Well, music exec, music manager, entrepreneur. Yo, shout out to the celebrity interviewer. I Said It, the show.
Hey, what's good, everybody? I am Chicago's own national award-winning spoken word artist, Just Mike the Poet. I'm here to give a shout out to celebrity interviewer I Said It, the Poet.
What's happening? It's your boy Cam Jones, man. Shout out to the celebrity interviewer I Said It show.
Yo, it's the originator Jazzo, y'all. Make this real quick, man. Shout out to ISAIDIT Management. Doing it big.
I talk to you, man. Like, over the years, I see you everywhere, at every major event, covering every major thing, always supporting every artist that you encounter. So, definitely don't want this time to pass without saying thank you for always being a support to any and everybody that's coming in and out of Chicago. We definitely appreciate you.
Tune in. I'll be with the celebrity interviewer I Said It, the Poet, for the I Said It show.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Dean Most Photography giving a big shout out to my main man, celebrity interviewer I Said It, the Poet.
What up, it's your boy Dave Tolliver from the legendary Minute Large, and right now you're checking out the celebrity interviewer I Said It, the show, baby. Yeah, it's all being brought to you by
My name is celebrity interviewer I Said It, and I approve this message. Subscribe today. Welcome back to Celebrity Interviewer I Said It, the show.
What up? It's DJ Envy. Now shout out to G.E. Holla, all right? It's a podcast.
Yo, what up? This the Trill OG, Bum B, repping UGK for life. Giving a shout out to G, man. The homie CEO hit me up. Let me know all the great work you was doing, man. You're a community activist. You helping essential workers.
G Holla of My Celebrity Life, the show.
Peace and blessings. Hey, I definitely welcome you all back for another great episode. You know my name, celebrity interviewer I Said It. This is the show. My screen just disappeared. Hold on. Okay, I'll do that over. Peace again. Welcome back. My name is celebrity interviewer I Said It, and this is the show. And this is why I bring you the greatest interviews of people that's in the entertainment industry, along with people that's in entertainment, along with people that's in the community building around the world. So, today I have another great person that's just really making moves in the industry. As I bring him on the screen, I'll give him, you know what I'm saying, this shout out and just let you all um, know a little bit more about, you know, who this brother is. So again, to my right, you know, maybe to my left, whatever side of the road you may be looking on, then this is the one and only, the owner and founder of F.M.G. Media LLC, celebrity TV show host of My Celebrity Life, which is currently reaching 1 million consumers monthly, which is like super incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just showing the grind and the fortitude, and, you know what I'm saying, behind, you know what I mean, this brother right here. And man, he's also a celebrity photographer representing the ATL, you know what I'm saying? So this is actually my back to back person we got from the ATL representing. And man, it's just really a pleasure to have you on the show. Salute to you, brother. I'm talking about the one and only G Holla. Holla, holla. What's good, my brother? Man, welcome to the show.
Let me holla, let me holla, 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 holla. What's happening with you, man? Hey, man, hey, this is a super cool opportunity to be on the show with. I said it, the celebrity interview. I feel like I done made a little something, you know what I'm saying? I did a little something. I done made it up here with you, my brother. Salute you too, King. Hey, man, keep doing your thing all the days of your life. Keep growing and keep flowing.
Sir. Yes, sir. Man, much love, much respect to you, brother. Like I say, man, you know, we actually have a couple of more people backstage. Your family showed up, your crew, you know what I'm saying, some of your colleagues. So if you can, you know, one by one introduce them, you know, and bring them on the stage. And as always, ladies first. So
Ladies first, ladies first. Hey, Leisha. I say ladies first. Look at that.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm Leisha Sadler, one of the fabulous co-hosts of Let's Chat Radio. I'm also the founder and CEO of Hardcore Grind Magazine, and I'm glad to be here to support my boy.
definitely peace and definitely a pleasure and salute to you, and everything you've been doing is always great to see support, you know what I mean? That's just what love is. That's what it's about. Um
Absolutely.
so next I'll bring in another guest.
That's the non-God. I see. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord right there, man. This young brother, super cool, super dope. He actually got signed back in the day to Block Entertainment, but he saw some Illuminati stuff going on. He wasn't down with it. He said he got real quick. You know?
Not today, huh?
For real. Yeah, welcome to non-God. Roger, what's
All right,
happening?
peace to you, brother. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Man, thanks, man. Thanks. I just got back home. I had a busy day.
Yeah, man. Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. You know what I'm saying? As we celebrate G Holla.
Pleasure. That my guy there, man.
Uh-huh.
We've done a
Yes,
lot
sir. Yes, sir.
outside of the industry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we all gonna celebrate them today. You know what I mean? And it was someone else backstage, but they just disappeared. So when they come back, you know, I'll make sure I bring them on too. But with that being said, you know, I always just like to start from the beginning, G Holla. You know what I mean? Because you know, people they see the success, but they don't know about the grind. They don't know about what it took, the steps that it took for you to get to the place and the platform that you have today with My Celebrity Life, which you are doing so well at. You know, with that being said, for those people that don't know, you know, more about you, where are you originally from? That's always my first question.
Well, you know, I like to claim the whole state of Georgia, to be honest with you, because I grew up in like four different cities or whatever. But if I had to put a pin cushion in one, it would be more or less Atlanta. Home of the peach, you know what I'm saying, Georgia peaches, things of that nature. My father was actually in the military, so we moved around quite a bit. So it was really like no stationary point in time, you know, really to really actually say I enjoyed just one city. And then by spirit, by nature, I'm just a nomad. I'm a traveler. I like to travel around and, you know, get busy in that way. But yes, Georgia, to answer your question.
Okay, absolutely. Georgia, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I haven't made my way down there in a while. You know, I've been back down to Atlanta since 2015. Definitely got to get back soon. But man, with that being said, what is it that you like most about Georgia when it comes to, the genre that you're in this industry, and how does it fit you best, or how's it supportive to what you're doing?
Georgia is a different feel, just like anywhere else. But with Georgia, you get more of a hometown feel. You have people that's doing phenomenal things in this industry, in this business, and they down to earth. They're approachable. You could walk up to them, you could talk to them, you can build with them. Because Atlanta has always had that brotherly love. Now I want to take that from Philly, so anybody from Philly, I ain't trying to disrespect your city, but however, in South, it's a form of brotherly love. You could make a lot of good and Alicia can attest to this. Just stand red carpet, you meeting people, y'all talking, y'all vibing, y'all got the same type of spirit, and they like, come on to my show. Come with me. I got this red carpet event. So it's a lot of brotherly love. I know people will highlight the hate thing, but that's everywhere you go. It's always gonna be somebody that don't want you there, and that's fine too, because that's part of your journey. When you thinking that something is a no, you will turn around and get an access, bro. No lie. You could be on your way to something or standing on the red carpet. You won't get the right placement that you feel you should get. You'll end up talking to somebody else that's like an executive producer, got like a magazine or something, or going to another red carpet. This literally happened where you end up being out front with them at a bigger event. So it's just a city of brotherly love and cool connections.
Yeah, man, I definitely have to agree. I really love it down there in Atlanta, man, because just based on, like you say, that's just the key words right there. Brotherly love, that hospitality that they show to even people that's not even from there. You know what I mean? They show me a lot of love. I had a lot of invitations to come back. It's just I haven't made my way back despite I do have family there. With that being said, there's another brother that's just coming on. So I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce him.
Okay. I don't see a name when they pop up.
It says Red Rico.
Oh, Red Rico. Big shout out to Red Rico, man. The boss of the city in the AUG, CSRA, Richmond County. Hey, man, let me tell you about this young man. This young man right here is amazing. He like best friends with like Candy and Nene and all of them. He done represented their brand. He done modeled for them. Man, now he doing this thing at the La Boutique, which is at the Augusta Mall, and we only have one mall here right now. So it's the only mall that's here right off of White Sparrow Road, Georgia. He actually brings in celebrities like Cynthia Bailey. I mean, he's about to do Sheree, but I'm gonna let him tell more of his story so we can get it accurate. If you could, Rico, what's popping with you, man? Can you hear me? Did he leave? Did he exit?
And say he backstage.
Is there a way we could bring him up?
Yeah, no, I'm not. He's in control right now.
Okay.
I already added him. And just like Lord right now, he got his Lord 90 got his camera off right now. But yeah. But with that being said, when they come in, what I mean, I know they'll join. But man, not to get away from just celebrate and continue to celebrate you, brother. You know what I mean? You're doing so much here. Look like Red coming in right now.
Okay. Yeah, but Red is dope, man. He has a pop-up shop where he bring in different celebrities and he let them connect with the everyday entrepreneur and worker. He's not the type where he hogs all of the connections. He actually shares them with people and lets you get an opportunity to rub shoulder to shoulders. Like when we did with Cynthia Bailey, he went around and let every vendor in his place get a unique and special quick commercial with this lady, which grew a lot of people's followings. Because she actually reposted and retweeted everything that she did along with the different businesses.
That's dope.
Hey, yeah, that is nice. Miss Lisa, you know what I mean? When it comes to yourself, can you tell a little bit about how G Holla, and what's one of his strongest traits when it comes to this industry that
You
really
know,
stands out?
Yeah, actually, I did an event. I do an event every year called Visions and Books. And my girl, Lily Mae, came and she was one of the media in my event. And she actually connected us. And that's how I got connected to G. And ever since then, he always showed me love all the time. And I be appreciating that because I've been doing radio for 12 years. And I just recently started doing hardcore grind. And developing my magazine. So that's a little bit different of a lane that I've put myself in, and so I really appreciate him allowing me to be able to just kind of get out there and shine a little bit. As far as G he is like a people person. Like he want everybody to win. He want everybody to eat. He want everybody to be able to do their thing. That's the best
Yeah,
part.
yeah. Well, first, congratulate you on your journey and your success with the radio all these years, and then now switching over into a new lane with the magazine. That's tough. I know because I did that myself. So but with that being said, just continue to wish you much success with that. But yeah, I can definitely see the people person and G Holla, man. He's just been very, you know, um, man, generous, nice, polite. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just a real one. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like sometimes black men out here, we be feeling like it's some type of competitive thing. Sometimes we feel like we got to be tough. Sometimes we be feeling like, what I'm saying, this brother a little bit more smoother than me or this more than me, so I can't chop it up with him. I can't network with him. I can't
Right.
whatever. So what is it in you, G Holla, from your upbringing? Whether it was in the household, your community, what was it that helped make you this way to be just saying such a great brother that you is, man?
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for those super dope compliments first and foremost. My idea of the world, I'm not perfect. I fall and make missteps and mistakes, but my ideal of the world is to be a pipeline or a bridge to someone else. Because when you're looking at things for yourself, and you start thinking about life and your longevity, your mortality, what is the message that I'm going to be able to leave so someone else coming behind me can pick it up? So I think for me, legacy is important. And we should be kind to one another, especially the people that look like you and I that's on this call, because we go through so much. And I done went through a whole bunch of L's. I call them lessons. Some people say losses, but they're lessons to me. And if I can help somebody else to where I can give you some game, some knowledge, some wisdom, or point you the way or turn the light on for you, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's my job. So long story short,
Mm,
I see every person specifically, especially that looks like me, you need a little bit more kindness, a little bit more
Yeah.
coolness, a little bit more humor, a little bit more love. And it doesn't make you weak if you want to put your arms around somebody, and say, come on, let's go do this together. Let me show you something. And I get it. I know in life, a lot of people don't want to be talked to like, you're their third parent or the guardian. But just if I could just share something with you that can help you, even if you just take one step and win, I'm down with that. I have done my job. I have what the lady say, Alicia? I understood the assignment. Is that what y'all say? You know.
Right. But that's the best part. And I don't even think it's about being a parent. I think that we really have to change our vernacular and be mindful of the things that we say. I think that anybody you come across is supposed to edify you. They have to grow you. If that person you're in contact with, you've come across, cannot grow you in some way, cannot show you something, then they can't tell you anything. And then it's kind of, you're in a cul-de-sac, and the only way you can get out of cul-de-sac is just leave. So
right.
I think all situations, all relationships, they have to be able to edify you in some way.
Look at her coming in with that
Uh,
spiritual knowledge. Have to edify. You edify me,
Hey,
girl. Edify me.
love that. I love that. I just love your energy and man, you're just so right. And exactly that's what we should do. That's what we, you know, um, just but it's then like it seems like we tend to stray away from what's right sometimes,
Yeah.
and I don't exactly know why. It's definitely something in the food, the energy, the community, the media, the things that we see, the things that we read and consume on a daily. You know what I mean? That has changed the perception and just the dynamic of the man and the woman. You know what I mean? Like I see women hating on each other, light skin, dark skin, tall, short, whatever the case, different body types, it's like everyone has got something to say. And I'm just going to bring up something I saw. I shared it on one of my reels today from the brother 19 Keys. And shout out to 19 Keys and shout out to Wall Street Trapper. You know what I mean? I was looking at the interview, brother, just to help, stay in tune of, what I mean, that energy that I was going to have for this interview today. So I was looking at some of them brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you on that same wave and everything like that. And the brother was, and I'm just gonna first let's introduce Red. You know what I'm saying, who you was referring to earlier. I'm gonna put him on the screen real quick.
What's happening, Red? Man, we know you being a great citizen right now. You got that seatbelt on. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for obeying the laws, you know, and having your phone on something that you ain't holding it. So, police, if y'all lost this, he ain't holding the phone and he got a seatbelt on. He's a perfect Georgia citizen. But hey, Red is cool. Red is super
Yeah.
dope. He got this joint, this business at the Augusta Mall in Augusta, Georgia, Richmond County. For those who may not know, off Riceboro Road. People who are familiar with the city, it's called La Boutiques. It's a pop-up shop. Brother is super. He's the first person in the history of the city to do this. At his pop-up shop, he actually allows A-list, B-list celebrities come in, and he lets you get a shout out or a commercial from these people, so you can start or have a connection with the people that you look at on TV, you listen to on the radio, and or you go into the movies and things of that nature, and they popping and they lit and they got a huge following. And sometimes these people actually follow you back and support your business thanks to Red Rico, man. This dude is super dope, super cool.
Wow, yeah, it looked like he having a little bit of signal problems, unfortunately, probably because he's driving. But with that being said, man, that is incredible. You know what I'm saying? You unfortunately won't find something like that too much in Chicago. You know, people don't really move like that openly. Like if you don't know someone, they just act like they don't want to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? I try to change that demeanor. You know what I'm saying? That energy sometimes, but you know, man, it's crazy. But yeah, shout out to Red for that, you know what I mean? Because that is huge. That's a huge leap for our just our growth, you know, in this industry as industry movers and shakers that we are. Um Now, you know, back to you real quick, Mr. My Celebrity Life. You know, what made you come up with that name? That's really clever. It's catchy. You know what I mean? What drew you to that name, and was it like a you know, the G Holla? You know, I want to talk about all of that because I feel like, you know, when I hear G Holla, you know, Tupac being one of my favorite artists all time. You know, man, you already know about the Holla. So, man, let's talk a little bit about first um, the influence of My Celebrity Life, where that name came from, and how you derived G Holla, please.
Oh, cool. I appreciate you. You know, I was thinking spiritually, what should I name my next show? Because F.M.G. Media Global, or F.M.G. Media LLC, it is that stands for Family Mogul Group, which means we all are kings or queens of our own destiny. And people who know about the pineal gland know exactly what I'm
Right.
talking. So from there, I was thinking I didn't want to call my show FMG Media. I wanted something else more personable that we could all attach and latch ourselves on to. So I started thinking about possessive nouns, possessive pronouns, and I was like, what's that I can name it, and I can make that person not feel like they're on the outside. Like when you join, you'll be proud to say My Celebrity Life because you're taking it as a personal possession. It ain't just me. Because if it was so, I would go G Holla My Celebrity Life. And it just came to me one day. You know, you have like those divine moments, those moments of clarity, those moments of
Right.
synchronicity and alignment. And I thought, My Celebrity Life. And I just like the way it sound. So I started getting other people to say it. I said, just say it for me. And they was like, yeah. It made them feel like they was a part of what you are. They was a part of that collective. And I was like, yeah,
Right.
that's cool. But they didn't realize on the spiritual thing, what I'm saying is because you know our bodies are made from stars. And we call people stars. Even when
Right.
people say, hey man, I'm gonna do this for my ancestors. I'm like, did you realize what you just said? Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I said, no, you didn't. Say it again. My ancestors. I said, break the word down. Ancestors, stores, a play on word. You're taking back your power. You're no longer being controlled by programming. Now we're creating a reality. You know, everybody always be like, oh, manifest, you got to do this. Manifest, you got to do that. That may be true. But if you just manifest in here, believe everything that you're telling yourself as it comes into reality, it makes it true. So therefore, you're joining back into your great ancestry, divine nature of my celebrity life. It's not worshiping people. It's understanding who you are and your position in the universe. It's almost like a GPS of awareness. Now you
Yes,
know
sir.
you're important too. You ain't gotta be on somebody's stage or somebody's set or somebody's radio station. Your voice is powerful, even in the hood, even on your block, even on your apartments, your stoop, wherever you come from, your zone. You have a purpose. And you should say it proudly, my celebrity life. Because we both know, we all know, whatever your God is, that source, that creator, that entity, that essence, you're its celebrity. It sent you here with these two cameras to record. You know what I'm talking about? With this beautiful mouth to speak life into yourself and other people in your family. So you're a celebrity too. Don't let this world make you feel minuscule. So long, part of the long narrative. But yes,
No,
that's the
please.
whole behind my celebrity life. It's deeper than the physical. It's not just about the mundane of, oh, look at me, look at my blazer I'm wearing, look at my shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's really
Right.
look at me. I'm a part of who you are.
Right, man. No, I love all of that, brother, and I totally embrace it, and I think that that's just really clever. The thought and energy behind how you came up with that name. It's kind of like on the same wave of how I came up with the name I said it. But that's another time I say that for your show when I'm on your platform. But man, you know what I'm saying. Now when it comes to the name G Holla, you know what I mean. How did that derive, please?
You know, I always was called G. And I was
Okay.
thinking, what is something? Because I don't know if people who may see this may do know, don't know. Even when you're in certain secret societies, they have the G, in the middle. Some people say it means geometry. Some people say it's God. Also, there's a derivative of architect, of building, of foundation and structure, but not to get too deep. So I already had G, and then my last name, all I did was cut it in half. I cut it in half because I was saying it anyway. So, and you know how we do as black and brown people, we don't use our government names outside of really school and where we work. Many of us
Right.
don't even know our cousin. Like I'm gonna keep real. I don't even know most of my cousins' first name. We don't call them by that. We had a whole nother thing. Even if you're from neighborhoods, you know how they go. Even in Chicago, that type of thing. As well
Right.
as Leisha. But to get to the point, Holla, it's already in my name. I just cut it off, and I was like, this is it right here. This is perfect for me. I needed something like you when you say I said it. A lot of people be like, yeah, and I said it. I needed something to go holla, to echo, and to
Right.
infinity. And that name just echoes to me. Every time I see it, when I close my eyes, I can see vibrations just spreading throughout everything. It's flowing through the world. Holla, holla. And everyone
Yeah.
use I'll holla at you later. Holla, man. What's up,
Right.
man? You gonna
Exactly.
holla at me? Hey girl, I'm trying to holla at you. It's so
Yeah.
common. It make you feel like you are part of the collective once again. I'm pulling you back in. You can say, some people say, man, I ain't no celebrity. But you like to holler, right? Yeah, I like to holler. Well, then you're still here. And there's no separation.
Right.
So,
Hey, yeah, man. I love that, and that's real talk right there. You know what I'm saying on the holla tip. You know what I mean. Hold on. We have a oh yeah, just saying congratulations, G. Absolutely. And you definitely deserve all the I kind of don't really good. Saying stick to the whole flowers thing, but yeah, you deserve all the credit, brother. Like, yeah, straight like that, man. You know what I'm saying? While we here, and it's important for us to continue to give us our credit and pats on the back and just continue to salute each other, shake each other hand, just remind a brother like, man, you really doing this. Sisters, it's good to remind your fellow sisters and beautiful black queens goddesses out there that, hey, what I'm saying, you're looking good today. Just compliments, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with compliments. It seems like, it's more that we insult each other in this community more than we compliment each other. And I'm glad that you on your platform, along with Miss Lisa on her platform, that you all are doing the things that's just gonna just continue to help our community grow. Now when you was talking about G Holla, the echo, man, I definitely feel that because, like you say, when I say your name, it's just I want to say holla, holla, holla. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? It's that vibration, and you definitely causing mad. ways within this frequency that you have created out there in Atlanta, man. And we feel that in Chicago, and it's really it's global, man. And when talking about global, you know, you reaching 1 million consumers on a monthly basis, man, that is a huge accomplishment. That is like beyond something that people can envision sometimes. So how long did it take you to get there? And, you know, what was maybe some of the steps that you can, you know, give advice, like, you know, how to reach something like that? You know, is there a instruction book for something like that? Because I need to order that instruction book.
You know what, brother? You have all the instructions that you need within inside of you. You know, when they talk about there's certain parts like in the book they call the Bible, because it's an esoteric book too as well. A lot of people don't know that, but when it talks about in Revelations, when it talks about the Great Seal, the Great Book, and things of that nature, on an esoteric spiritual level, it's speaking one language, talking about you are that book that you're looking for. Even it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. Is it written? Is it not written in ye law? For ye are all gods. And I know it's in a lowercase that represents the macro to the micro, but everything that you are looking for is already inside of you. You've been tricked to make yourself think that it is not, and that you have to go out over here and over there. But lo and behold, the kingdom of heaven is within you. First thing we all have to do is to turn off the external noises. Even if you got to go sit by yourself in your car, that's a form of meditation. Don't let people fool you. They're going to try to have you got to be on the ground and doing this and doing that. That's cool. But when you realize at a certain point, you have everything that you need, or you will discover. You don't have to go and have a mentor. You don't. When you remove that value of somebody else knows the way, and I'm not saying don't talk to other people, don't seek counsel. I'm not saying that. I'm saying figure out who you are at your foundation. What are your love? What are your compassions? You know what they are because they keep a track. If everybody tell you I said it, and Lisa, you know this, every day of your life, they say you're a teacher, or you're a performer, or you're a great interviewer. I said it. Lisa, you need to have a magazine, something about the way you write, the way you pick out pictures. They're telling you through the universe, this is what you're supposed to do. But guess what? A lot of us do, and y'all know this. Nah, that ain't me. I ain't like that. I don't know how to write. I don't know how to take pictures. You're talking yourself out of who you're supposed to be. When you know inside of you, you do that thing and you do it well. What do you know that you do well? If you speak to people well, if you know how to gather people, if you know how to, create parties and stuff like that, then you're supposed to be a promoter, a organizer, and a business person. You don't supposed to go work for somebody else, because that's why you don't stay on the jobs long. That's why you're unhappy. You're unhealthy. You're unfit, because you're not doing what you supposed to be doing, and you know it inside of you. So long story short, just try it. Do it. When I say try, do. Just do it. Set a set of goals. Say, you know what? Okay, it's going to cost me this much to get this equipment. It's going to cost me this much to pay for this hosting on this website. Let me just do it for 3 months. And if nothing comes about, I'll just move on and go to something else. But you know the beautiful part of something, and you all both know, and I'll be done at this point. Once you start doing that repetitious thing over and over and over again, you'll be successful before you even know it. And success is not determined by what somebody else says. Because in the beginning, I wasn't getting no views. I was getting no support. Did I stop? Nah. I said to myself one day, bro, I looked at the world map. It said it's 6 point something billion people on this planet. So you mean to tell me out of billions of people, I can't get one person to look at my show? I can't get one person to listen to it. I can't get one person to interview. They ain't gotta be Will Smith. I'll go get the Will Smith in the hood. Yeah, come here. What's your name? Will Smith. Let me interview you. You sure you want to me? And guess what might happen? Somebody be like, oh man, this Will Smith, he always be downtown asking me for some money. That's so funny. Then we seen it on social media. Somebody share it. Somebody else share it. Somebody popular share it. You got 1 million views right there off of a
Yeah.
7-second clip.
Yeah,
Just
real talk.
consistent enough to do it. Some people say, man, I don't have a camera. You got a cell phone? Yeah. What's the ratio on it? Oh, 1080p? Yeah, a camera is 1080p. It just don't have the depth of field, but you can just stay close in front of somebody or get in a quiet area or get a flashlight. You don't have to have no $1 million light. Get your little flashlight, put it on top of your camera. Hey, tell me what's going on in the city down here. And radio people and news people are some of the easiest people to interview. You'll go to a function, even if you have to pay $20 in the beginning. You walk up to a radio person, hey man, I'm starting the show. I just want to interview. 9 times out of 10, I can almost guarantee they're not gonna say no, because that's helping them. Can I share this on my social media? What's your social media? Let me connect with you, and being honest with people. Hey, I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I have a passion for it. There's some people, and the universe will do this for you, Alicia. And I said it, y'all both know. Somebody will just help you.
Yeah.
Just because you're humble and you're asking. Can you just show me the way? I don't want you to do it for me. Send me some information. Tell me where to go. Let me do my own research. But, I don't want to talk too long. But yes, that's the
Oh
key.
no, man. Definitely talk as long as you want. This is platform to share it so that I can celebrate you today. You know what I'm saying? Your legacy and everything that you're building, your accomplishments, all of your achievements, man, you know what I mean? And all the future awards that you're gonna be receiving, you know what I'm saying? Because God said it, you know what I'm talking about. So, man, it's all coming to you, you know what I mean? And like you say, man, you've been speaking it, you've been really creating and manifesting all of this. And again, I'm just proud of both you and Lisa that's here on the show today. You know what I mean? Your other guests are having a little, technical difficulties right now. But I know Red was still trying, but he keep getting kicked off or something. So, but I keep bringing him back on just to let you know. But yeah, I do have to take this little intermission break. You know what I mean? We'll be back in about 4 to 5 minutes. So make sure you all don't go nowhere. We're gonna hear a lot more from the CEO and founder of F.M.G. And man, you know what I'm saying? And my celebrity life, the celebrity host, you know what I'm saying, holding down the ATL. And so, man, we'll be right back with G Holla. Holla, holla.
Holla, 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 holla. Let me holla. Holla.
And these are my official sponsors. Shout out to business owner Dolores Green on Facebook, and please go visit her at hairbossbiz.com. You can contact her directly at hairbossbiz@gmail.com. Also, shout out to CEO of MIA Entertainment Group, film, TV, and producer, the legendary Mimi Acosta. Shout out to business owner and podcast host Sophia Latrice. She has a spa in Plainfield, Illinois, and visit her website at lenisialex.com. Shout out to CEO and radio personality Cantone. You can visit his website at streetscienceradio.com. Shout out to author and animation commercial creator Linda Gregory. You can visit her website at lilyb.com. Shout out to business owner, the elite reader and licensed phlebotomist, Cherie Patterson. Call her directly at 469-340-6489. And shout out to author with both her audiobook and hard copy, novel Through the Eyes of Nitsi, Denise Donnerson. Order her book today on Amazon. I said it, and I approve this message.
Peace, peace, and hey, welcome back again. We are here at Celebrity Interviewer. I said it, and this is the show. You know, meaning we are featuring our celebrity guest today. Man, a legend in the making. You know what I'm saying? The one and only G Holla, 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 Holla. And he's featured by his friend, Miss Lisa, who's also a mover and shaker, very successful young lady in this entertainment industry. Straight like that. But man, G Holla, definitely, Queen. Man, King, talk to me, brother. You know what I'm saying? Earlier you had I got a little distracted when I had mentioned the brother 19 Keys and Wall Street Trapper. The interview that I was looking at, you know, it was something that they mentioned that I want to just repeat. And it's something actually that you touched on when you were giving your introduction about, you know, like, you know, people see the shades, they see the blazer, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm talking about? But like the brother had said, 19 Keys, he broke down like back in the Egyptian days, they didn't have mirrors. They weren't looking at themselves. You know what I'm saying? They looked at each other through each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how they viewed themselves. It's through the next brother, you know what I'm saying? The next sister, you know what I'm saying? And just the reflection that, you know, pretty much that they gave off from what they put out. And you know what I'm saying? That's just like so deep and just so real. And that's just like how I feel like I try to move as well. So I was really adapting to what he was talking about. And that's what you was just talking about too. You know, like what do you think about something like that with the no mirrors and how maybe perhaps maybe we do have too many mirrors living in the I'm sorry, he also was just saying like basically we see the physical of us too much. And by seeing the physical being of us too much, you get stuck in forgetting about the powerful being and spirit and stuff that you really are, the God body.
Not to be argumentative, they in Kemet they did have mirrors because their women would put on makeup, and on the reliefs in the temples they showed where women were holding up the thing. And but I understand what he's saying. He's talking about from a maybe for more of a spiritual level, because before we was skin, we were spirit, we were energy. You know, that's what the great fall is about in the esoteric teachings of all of the creation myth stories, whether it's in the Bible, the Quran, and this is something that you can look up too through the Hermetic text. But before we was skin, we was all spirit. That's why we had the ability of telepathy, that what we call today, or transvoyant. We had the ability to do things outside of the scope of the physical body. But as we began to fall into the third dimension from the fifth dimension, because people don't know this, space is the fifth dimension. And on Earth, third dimension. Even when you close your eyes, you're in the fifth dimension. It's the same darkness that you're looking at when you look up. And certain secret societies or esoteric teachings, when they say as above and so below, as without, so within, when they're talking about that, they're talking about space is also down here too. We miss that a lot of times. We think space is just above us. It's not. It's the same space up there that it is down here. Because even we say space. And when you study an atom is 99.9% dense, which means you're supposed to walk right through the wall. We don't supposed to be sitting in these chairs. We don't supposed to have our phones on these things, these microphones, because atoms hold no weight. They're constantly colliding and shifting and moving and vibrating. But what makes it into physical mass is the mind. The mind is telling you you can't do that because you're not vibrating on a vibratory rate of where our ancestors used to be. So when they're saying no mirrors, that must have been before the period of the fall. Because even when we look at our ancestry is even greater than that. Because all we're looking at is the physical manifestation of us on the planet. But there was a point in period in time, whether people would like to believe this or not, I think it's crazy. That's cool. You can always do your own research. You still are a spirit. People still see spirits. Everybody that see things is not crazy. Just because we don't share in the same reality, it does not mean that it's not there. Because there are some people that really do see ghosts, spirits, apparitions. It's because of their pineal gland is open, is vibrating. You're trapped between both worlds. Even with the movie, have you ever seen like what's the movie? The Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the little boy is like he's talking to somebody that doesn't know that they're dead. He's like, yes, I see dead people. And that should be a clue to let us know that it's more things happening in reality than what we can think of. Even on a physical level, we don't even see things. We don't see light like how it is. What they call it, bioluminescence. When you go into the ocean, it's light down there. You just can't see it. Your eyes are they're not strong enough. Because when you turn on the black light in darkness, you can begin to see. You're like, oh wow, I didn't know this was in here. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Hey, I'm really loving all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping up with you as best as I can. At the same time, you know, I am aware of a lot of stuff that you are saying too. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the same page. And man, I'm just really digging it. I'm just appreciative and grateful that you are sharing this knowledge of self, this information on this platform because, you know, we all need to hear this more and need to be awakened more. And, you know, and like you were saying, like um, what is up is what is down, what is down, what is up. You know, I've always looked at the sky as water. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like, you know, we is upside down like that. The sky is water. Now that's an argument in itself, I know. But that's just, you know, how I look at things, you know. But I look at like you say, like, you know, because I was once told when I was 18 years old, about a Muslim guy, he was telling me that, you know, to first truly learn, we must unlearn everything we ever learned.
Yeah.
You know, and he told me this when I was 18 years old, and at that time, that's when I really, in my mind, started taking that journey and just, you know, really meditating and, you know, really searching my own brain. You know what I'm saying? Like what's really out there and really questioning things on a whole nother level. But with that being said, if I can ask Ms. Lisa a question, you know, just a little bit more about, you know, what we're talking about. You know, what is some of your thoughts about that?
I definitely can understand some of the things that he is saying. I think that it's true. We have to unlearn a lot of things, a lot of stuff that has been downloaded. Even if we think on an emotional level, a lot of times people will sell you their dream. If you don't have one for yourself, they're going to sell you one. And then down the line, you're going to realize it's not even what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're not paying attention, you have to really go through and relearn based on what you've seen, just that propaganda of life, how to really be a man, how to really be a woman, how to be in a relationship, how to be a parent. All of that is something that we have to relearn, and that's part of our growth. You know, how to take care of ourselves, how to love on ourselves. You know, in society, we're taught, especially women, that we have to give everything to everybody else, and if we don't, then we're being selfish, and that's not true. That's like going in the refrigerator and it's just a swig of Kool-Aid, and it's like, well, what am I do with this? You can't nourish yourself with a swig, but you done shared it with everybody. And so being able to love on yourself and pour into yourself, because you know, society, like you were saying previously, based on what we see. Everything is off what we see. You know, for men, oh, she got to look like this. For women, oh, he got to look like this. Then when you actually see them, like when you actually see their soul, then you realize, oh no, this not gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take part in our own growth and know that other people are not going to make you happy. They're not, it's not their job. And you know, a lot of times we get in relationships and it's like, well, he want to be my daddy and my mom. That's not their job. It's not their job to fill your parents' spot. It is their job to be able to grow you, because that's just part of connection. But that's it. You know, we have to take responsibility for our own choices, our own decisions, and our own growth as a people in order for us to get out of the rut that we're in.
I
I
agree.
heard that. I heard that. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I agree.
Man,
He's right.
that's just really intelligently spoken, and I feel all of that. I had a remark, but it went in one ear and it went out the other, but it's gonna come back around because we in the 360. You know what
All
I'm
right.
I agree.
saying?
If I may piggyback off of that,
Yeah, please, please.
love is a fire. It's
Mm,
about as when you hear Sufi, Sufi means black. It's just Sufi, Swarti, melanin. We got a whole bunch of names for color, copper people. We just got a whole bunch of names. But by
yeah.
the Sufis, they wrote a book called Love is a Fire. It says that when you fall in love with someone, you think that love is for them, but the love is because you're opening up your portals, your chakras, your endocrine glands. That's the
Yes.
love that you feel. Because love is a fire. That's the name of the book by the Sufis. And it says that if you think about it, it's an all-consuming fire, which means you don't people say, oh man, love burnt me. Oh, I feel
Mm,
whoever makes me feel so good. I feel warm inside. That's your soul opening up, and your body is loving on your soul, and your soul is loving on your body. And she's right. The only way to real true happiness is first you have to love yourself. You have to feel good about who you are. So what you ain't at the ideal weight? Go work out. So what you ain't got the money for a gym? Go outside
mm,
when it's safe for you to do so and exercise. We make a lot of excuses about things. Oh, this person tricked me. No, you need to learn. That's what that was about. You didn't die. You wasn't destroyed. Now that you know better, now that you know the game, don't fall for that one no more. What they say, you fool me once, shame on me. You fool me twice,
mhm.
then you know what I'm saying? And they say shame on you, but I'm saying shame on me. When you fool
Yeah,
me twice, then I need to stop and reevaluate my life. I'm changing the whole saying around. Fool me
right.
once, it's on you. Don't blame that other person. You just didn't know better. You got fooled. Learn. You get it again, then you probably like that type of attention and behavior. Because nobody's gonna fool you 3 times in a row. It's impossible. But that's my opinion. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean,
No,
and just to
no, definitely.
piggyback off that, that's true because brokenness is what people become attached to. That's part of that could be an attraction that people are attracted to each other's brokenness. And the thing with that is when two broken people come together, when one or both heal, that situation is going to fall off. It's going to have to because you didn't come together in the right aspects. You have
Mm,
a brokenness that is attractive. That's that familiar spirit. But we got to be careful with familiar spirits. Not every familiar spirit is meant for us to be is meant to be in our space. But there's a
yeah.
comfort there when something is familiar, if they have a familiar type of energy. But again, like he said, we got to be paying attention. You got to have your eyes open, and everything is not meant to be attached to you forever.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and not just out here in these streets. You definitely got to keep your head on swivel in these relationships as well. And it
Mm-hmm.
seems like sometimes when you sometimes in my um experience, sometimes it's like the women that I'm attracted to the most are the ones that's kind of like really not the best for me. And the ones that I wasn't initially attracted to physically was the ones best for me mentally and for my spirit and the ones, you really should be with. So, we just again go back to what I was talking about and what G was talking about. Just man, not really focusing on what's on the outside appearance of someone, but we have to just really dig deeper into the spirit, the soul, the energy, the frequency, and like Miss Lisa was just saying, um man, all of that, we all just is all coming full circle. That's why these conversations and platforms is just so important, to just for more black people to just discuss and get into a room and just talk, what I mean, and just see what comes out, what I mean. But
That's right.
and but that's the age of the podcast right now, right? And all these shows that everybody got. So,
Right.
age of Aquarius. So, man, but it's a good thing though. It's a good thing. Before we get out of here, because it's definitely been more than a pleasure to just, celebrate you, but I'm not done yet with you, G Holla. So I definitely have a lot of pictures that I've uploaded, just, some of your achievements, some of your success, you know what I mean? Of course, everything that you've done in your life and your timeline is not documented, I'm understood. You know what I mean? Because we all are special in our own way. You know, this is just things when it comes to the industry side of yourself. So when it comes to my celebrity life, you know, I just want to share a few pictures. So first, let me do this so I don't be covering up nobody other than myself. So first, I'm just gonna start with this your one of your backgrounds with a few logos and you know what exactly this is like one of the from your website, correct?
Oh, it is. It is.
Okay. Yeah, now you've man interviewed so many incredible people. You know, I had to show this brother first because I've also had the pleasure to sit down with the one and only man, God body, Professor Griff. You know what I mean? The man, iconic hip hop. You know what I'm saying, brother. You know, so I'm just man. It's just man, congratulations, and what do you have to say about this brother, Professor Griff?
Man, he's definitely a staple in what they call the conscious community or the conscious movement. I know a lot of people nowadays use that term woke, which I don't use personally, because you can never be woke in this reality. If you would, you'd be flying around here like Neo from the Matrix. But we are
Right.
all awakening and learning and getting better. The thing about I really respect about him is that he is a straight shooter. He comes with
Yeah.
documented information and he doesn't stray. He's a bro.
Yeah, man. Definitely salute to that brother, Professor Griff. On to switch lanes real quick. And man, another powerful brother, back to back, right? You know what I'm saying? The one and only Dr. Umar. Man, tell a little bit about him and maybe something that you learned from him when sitting down with him.
I learned a lot about like psychology from him, like the mental state of you as a young black man in the well, Khalid Muhammad used to say in the hills of North America, but he broke down a lot of things that you go through as a black male, especially in the school public education system. And he's right,
Right.
you are differently. You're not tripping, you're not crazy, you haven't quite lost it yet. You know there's a difference when you're sitting in the classroom, and no offense to no coaches. I don't want nobody of the other side coming over here talking crazy on your platform. You can't you can't speak for us when we're speaking for ourselves. And I'm speaking to, European people of Caucasian descent who find issue with him and what he's saying. But what he's saying is fundamentally true. Even there's a different dynamics between the black female in school and the black male in school in America. You are
Yeah.
treated differently. I said it,
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. I don't care if you go to private school, public school, you just don't get that treatment. I remember sitting in schools, different types of schools, by the way, my brother, whereas certain students that were of European descent, that was Caucasian, were sitting up front. They was a star student. They let them do everything and everything. They gave them praises. They helped them get scholarships and things of that nature. They sat down with them and talked to them because I have all kinds of friends too as well. Whereas
Right.
I see no benefit of that. I never got treated like that. And I've made the honor rolls in school. So people can't be like, oh,
Right.
well, maybe because I wasn't smart enough. No, I made Dean's lists. I got like 7 degrees. I mean, but something I don't really talk about because that's
Right.
man-made degrees. But to get to the point, he broke down a lot, and I understood exactly where he was coming from with the treatment of who you are. They try to label you like you got anger problems, emotional problems. No, I'm trying to express myself, and you don't care because you're not of my culture and also sometimes of my gender. You already have preconceived notions in your life that you're bringing to this classroom. They can talk all that ethics garbage they want to. At the end of the day, I experience this myself. You are human. And you're going to align with the people that's on your job to get rid of a student or to treat a student in a certain way because of their culture and also their gender. It's very much so real. And we can be honest. How do we treat women in this society? Men will hold a door, be polite, offer flowers, offer a date, offer to help. If you see a woman carrying 2 boxes, you're going to run up, hey, can I help you out? Can I hold the door? Can I grab these for you? But let's be honest. How many people are going to do that for a man? Even if you're skinny, you're built, or whatever, ain't nobody running to ask you to help you to do nothing 9 times out of 10. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
So he broke all of that down magnificently. through a more educational and like educational in a more common sense way than from what I'm doing. And he's telling the truth. Until we get some type of balance, like there's some brothers out there that could be teachers. I implore you all to get into the system and meet some of these young men and give them inspiration. I said I don't know how many male teachers you've ever had in your life, but whenever I had a black male teacher, that was like phenomenal to me. And it was like masculine black. I gravitated to
Yeah.
them brothers. I was like, wow. And I got treated differently. I felt like, I'll be real with you, I felt like I was a student that somebody paid attention to. I wasn't just somebody that got looked over. When you have black
Right.
male students, black male representation, for anybody that hears this, you want to be a teacher, please go into the system and save somebody that look like you and I. Treat them better. Make them feel like they have some type of self-worth. Because brother, in school, it's the black male students that act up the most. Because you don't see
Yeah.
yourself in, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go up and go work in a factory like somebody else to get a job. You don't even know that you're a genius. Nobody ain't even treated you in the way that make you cultivate within yourself and grow. Nobody ever sat down. I promise you. Have you ever had any male teacher, black male teacher, to sit down and tell you you're brilliant, you're great, you're valuable?
No, I can't say that. I just went through my Rolodex, man. I only had one male black teacher ever, you know what I'm saying? While I was in school and everything like that. So yeah, you right, brother. Like, it's very seldom that you find a black male teacher in the school system. We definitely need more of those just to from their perspective, you know what I mean? Because they can come from a whole other angle to reach the student.
That's right. They
So
said
yeah,
that
definitely.
what's the face went to Tupac? What's her name? The poet. Okay, I can't think of the name right now. Yeah, anyway, it was the real black.
Damn. I know exactly what you're talking about. Dang. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Dang.
Not Mahalia Jackson. Uh,
I know um power political. Dang, what is that girl name? Is it you talking about that woman?
yes, the older lady. She died
Right.
like a few years back.
Oh,
Well,
you're not talking about.
mm-hmm. Good. I'm sorry.
Dang. No, man, I can't right now. I'm just it's gonna just throw me off all the way. You know, instead of I think too hard, try to think about who that is because I know who it is. It's on the tip of my mind, not tip of my tongue, but it's on the tip of my mind, and I just can't get her name out right now.
Maya Angelou. She said it
Oh, you
herself.
talking about?
She told Tupac, "Don't you know how important you were? You are." And it's basically, they say he started crying because you've never heard that as a man. Nobody ain't never cultivated you like how women get cultivated, bro. It's the truth. There's nothing weak about it. No one has ever sat you down. And some people say, "Well, you probably don't need to." Nah, some people need to. Some people need reassurance. It's nothing wrong with that. Some people do. When you're a child, you don't know the difference. You don't know that you don't need that. Later on, you get strong. But while you're in your building blocks, I said it. If somebody would have told you at 10, I'm gonna put you in this studio. I'm gonna teach you about these cameras because you want to be a producer. I'm gonna teach you about these lights. I'm gonna teach you about the switchboard. I don't care if it has changed since then. Took you when you was 10 and taught you and showed you all that. Your whole life path would have been totally different.
Yeah, pretty much everything that I do in this industry, is with the exception of sales. That's the only thing that somebody actually took the time, which was a black man. Shout out to Uncle Frank Chapman, you know what I'm saying, the legend out here in Chicago. Yes, definitely, he definitely deserved the fist, and because he's out here, you know what I mean. He's part behind the organization CAP, which is holding cops responsible for their crimes, just like any other citizen. But with that being said, he was the only man that actually set me down when it comes to this genre of sales and just kind of, gave me like a little coaching or whatever like that when I joined the team with the former magazine I was working with. But other than that, man, I just was self-taught and just jumped out here and just figured it out. You know what I'm saying? How to do interviews, figured it out, how to design, figured it out, how to do this and do that. And that's sometimes when we just we powerful enough to do as black men, you know, God bodies, you know what I'm saying? And women out here, you know, goddesses, and man, we're just in us. It's the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just like you say earlier, we don't need a mentor. It's nice to have one, but we don't need one.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
You're right.
That way. But yeah, back to you, brother. Back to celebrating you. You know, again, you've met so many incredible people. You know, who is that right there at that angle? I can't tell.
That's Nene.
I was like, at that angle, I can't tell. She seemed real happy.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you the conversation off the thing, but yeah, man, she's cool. I like her. She's a sweetheart. She just looked me in my eyes. She was like, "I know you." I said, "I know you do." I said, "I know you do, baby. I know you know me." Shoot. And I don't think I had ever met her before. It was we just had a connection. You know how you just have a
Yeah.
connection.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We just had that because she
Yeah.
looked at me when I was talking to her, and I was like, I want to bring her on the show, and she was so sweet. She was so nice, and she was so loving. And she was just like, man, she told me, like, she said, I just like you. I don't know who you. She said, I know you. I like you. I said, I like you too. You know. But that's Nene Leaks. Big shout out to Nene Leaks. I appreciate her. Very loving.
Okay. Definitely. That's what's up, man. And yeah, I definitely get that, man. Sometimes, and again, you know, it's like we've been here before, you know, so we do know each other technically.
We do. We do. We do. Bro, we collective consciousness. There's no thought of your own that's of your own. It's flowing like a stream, like a river, like the internet. You know how you got the computer, you got the device, and then you connect to
Right.
something larger, and you're able to surf. You ever have you and somebody else is sharing the same idea right now?
Man, my brother, one of my brothers, shout out to my brother B Crazy. He was telling me that back in our Rumba, what was that? I want to say it was 2015. He was telling me and my homegirl Alicia about that, like, you know, just what you was saying, like how you can think of something and somebody could be playing a video game, it hit them over the head. What you thinking? And they be like, damn, where that come from? I'm playing a video. I'm not even thinking about that. But hey, an idea, and then they go and do it only because they may possess the confidence to actually do it, opposed to you, who God gave it to, you know what I'm saying, or wherever it came from, you know what I'm saying, and you just wasn't ready. But they may be more ready or maybe more bold or confident than you, and they do it, but you thought of it.
That's right. Can you imagine you're standing on a stream or lake or river, whatever, any body of water, and you're like, man, I need to cast my net out or cast my line, whether you fish or not, just as an analogy. And you
Yeah.
say, nah, I'm tired. I'm gonna wait right now. I ain't feeling it. I don't see nothing. That fish will swim right by you, and that person next beside you be like, hey, man, I got one. I got one.
Yeah.
Man, why didn't I cast my line out there? Why did I put my net out there? It's the same way with trying to holler at a woman. You could be in the perfect time, perfect place, or imperfect time, or imperfect place, and all
Right.
you have to just say, hey, what's your name? Or whatever your opening line is. Because some people got pickup lines and things of that nature. Or something funny,
Right.
clever. And you don't say,
Right.
and that woman was waiting for you to say something. And the brother, your homeboy right next to you, whatever. Hey, shawty, hey, girl, hey, wherever you from? Hey, shorty, whatever. And he pull her, he back. And you like, man, all I had to do was speak to her. And she would have turned around and stopped and gave you time. But you didn't
Yep.
believe enough in yourself. And often I try to tell people, there's no woman out of your league. There's nothing
Right.
out of your, nothing too big for you. There's nothing. Everyday people run the world. I don't care where you're from, care how rich your family is, how famous they are. When you're born, you're not born rich and wealthy. You have to get that wealth from them. You have to get that fame from them. Everybody is regular on the same level. And then, like you know too, bro, when you die, everybody go into the same ground. I don't care what mausoleums you put on top. You 6 feet in the dirt. I don't care if you get buried in your car, your bike, or whatever. You're 6 feet in the dirt. The same. And what one
Same
thing taught
material.
about COVID, and you know this because you lived through it. No matter how much money you had, who you knew, you couldn't come outside. When they said quarantine, it's
Yeah.
closed, you can't do nothing. but obey.
Right. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? To remind the people that, we all, are no greater than the next, you know what I'm saying? More important than the next person because we all have rules that they by, shout out to Brittany Grinder. I hope that she can get out her situation, you know what I mean? But they just showing you once again, you know what I mean, from her to Young Thug, just different crimes, different things, but it's just reminding you like they don't care who you are, but they will lock a Negro up when they want to. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? So that's just what it is. But
That's right. You're right. You're right. The most famous, the most wealthiest, and if you notice, it's are destroying the legacy of every single person that's brown, black, whatever you identify, caramel, pecan, tan, red, whatever, mocha. They are just trying to destroy every legacy of every single person that looked like you and I, bro. But yet,
yeah.
you out promoting the Elvis movie when his manager wrote a book on him saying how his manager used to tell them, oh, he used to tell his manager to go and pick the youngest looking women out the crowd to come backstage. But yet, his
Mm.
legacy is not destroyed at all. Every other black man, James Brown, Richard Pryor, Paul
R.
Mooney, are
Kelly.
yeah, he from the shop, bro. And you know
Yeah.
what? People like, I'm not listening to his music no more. But you're gonna step here and sing the national anthem? Don't you know it's a third verse to that talks about running slaves down and killing them for escaping? Another human being wants to be free, deserves to be free, and technically is free because no piece of paper gives you freedom. You come from your mother's womb. That's the most divine, holy of the holies. And you telling me you come in here and you need a piece of paper to be free? Are you kidding me? God does not speak English. Who are you to be higher than the highest power of the land, which is the creator?
Yeah.
Allah, Ra, whoever, God, Yahweh, whoever you want. And you telling me you
Yeah.
need a paper to be free from another person that came through the womb too? Man, get out of here.
Yeah. And just random, just I want to just throw the name Jalen Walker out there. You know what I mean? That brother is not forgotten. Was just recently shot to death. Overkill. You know what I mean? Just over 90 shots. And man, you know what I mean? 60. It was supposedly made contact. And man, it's just a sad day. And then right around they turn around and then someone shoot up a parade and then somehow some way that brother walked away and had an assault rifle and Jalen had no weapon on him. So just to continue, just put that information out there for those that don't know the truth and the whole truth. You know what I mean, man. Is when and ever or if this can stop. I don't know, but man, I just want to send my prayers as you've been sending your prayers as well. You know what I mean, and just I want to make sure that on this platform, I just want to show that brothers and his family some love and our condolences, and everything, man, straight like that because it's sad out here. you know, we killing ourselves, and then we got to look over both shoulders for our own brother and for the police. We shouldn't have to look over neither shoulder. Because we the chosen people. But man, again, you've been really showing how chosen you are out here in this industry, the way that you've been shining, brother. And I just want to get back to a funny man right here. This brother got mad jokes. I know he had you cracking up.
Yo, it was so funny, man. I brought one of my little Spanish mommies, and she came with me, and he was, he was trying to talk to her. He was like, "Are you with this nigga?" I was like, "Go get it if you can. Go get it. I understand the rules of the game, player. I ain't mad. I go get another one."
No, see that he shouldn't be doing that because I heard him talking about how Ben Simmons was hollering at his girl. You know what I'm saying? I heard that story. He put it out there. That's the only reason I'm talking on it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't know Michael Blackson, but heck of a talent man, comedian. He be cracking me up. I recently saw him on with the Shannon Sharp show that, you know what I'm saying, Shannon Sharp got. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, he was hilarious on there too. Everywhere he go, and of course he's on the XOD network platform. So make sure y'all download XOD network. You know what I'm saying, app today. You know what I'm saying, on any smart device. You know, he got his own show on there too. But um, man, you always with the beautiful sisters. You know, who is this? And this is at a you graduation. You know, like you said, you're a man of many talents, and you know, not only a gentleman and a scholar. You know, what was this day for in reference to when you was graduating?
I was getting one of my first degrees, which was no, oh, I tell a lie. No, yeah, that was one of my first ones. I was getting the first one. I was getting a bachelor cyber defense,
Okay.
cyber security. And that beautiful young lady, that's my sister right there. You know what I'm saying? I know we don't quite look alike, but she actually has her doctorate. She's
Oh,
probably
okay.
in our family, she's probably like the most decorated, educated. I think she is the most decorated, educational wise. She has her doctorate, and she came out with and celebrated with me. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Nothing like that sibling support, you know what I mean? It hit different, you know, when your family show up, you know what I mean, and support you on a stage to where, you know, you put so much energy and sacrifice so much sleep, you know what I'm saying, to be able to accomplish that goal, you know what I'm saying? So I already know, you know what I mean? So man, congratulations to you again, and man, salute, you know, for that achievement right there. That's not easy, you know what I'm saying? And when you start anything, you know, sometimes you never know sometimes if you're gonna complete that mission, you know, but you just gotta, you know, one foot after the other. So man, that's what's up.
And I
Um,
tell anybody out there, I'm sorry, briefly, not to discourage
Go ahead.
anyone. Get you a trade if you can first. Go with that. Go with something that's applicable where you know you can go get a job and you can start working. Now, if you want to go back and get degrees later, that's cool. Do your thing. But I don't want to tell anybody exactly what to do. But if you can, if you out there, start off with a trade. Go to your local trade school if that's what you want to do. If you want to go to a HBCU and all that, do that too. But if you can, start out with get a trade. Get something where you can make some money while you're further educating yourself. That's just my opinion.
Okay, yeah, definitely. That's definitely good advice. Absolutely. Um, you here with another young lady right here. You know, who would this be?
Amazing, just hilarious. She is so funny. She's so sweet too, man. Oh
Oh,
my god,
that's her. That didn't look like her at that angle. I don't know.
that's her. She is so
Oh,
sweet, man. I was talking to her. I said, "Hey, I want to do an interview with you." Da, da, da. She was like, "Oh, okay. Let me know. Hit me up on IG." You know what I'm saying? She wasn't Hollywood at all. She's very down there. She's real Baltimore as they say, but Baltimore for the proper people. But she's super cool. I love me some Jess Hilarious. She was cool.
man, I watch her show on Instagram like all the time. that that woman is hilarious. I love how she always keep you updated with the news and the way that, and she do it only the way that she can do it. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, people can't even get offended because she say it, you know, and the way that she say it, like she just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I definitely love her energy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her.
Yes, and she's beautiful too, man. Oh my god,
Yeah,
she
yeah. I seen the
look.
picture. I ain't gonna talk too much, but I seen the picture because I know that she a taken. I know she a married woman, right? Something like that. She had a boyfriend,
Oh,
so
oh my bad. She married my. I just thought she was dating. I
I, I don't know. I'll keep up with everybody's, you know, saying life like that. But yeah, but yeah, it's definitely a beautiful woman. I had seen her in this little white and black that she had posted, and I was like, damn, you know, it was like a costume party or something. But I was like, okay, Jess, you know what I'm saying?
She's so sweet too, man. She's a sweetheart.
But man, when it comes to sexy, you know what I'm saying, and just the sex appeal in the industry, you know what I mean? A lot of women, you know what I'm saying, walk the path of Trina, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call her the queen, but she calls herself something else. You know what I'm saying? The baddest, whatever, but you know what I'm saying, she one of the baddest queens out here. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to Trina, man.
Man, she is so delicious, man. No offense if she dating somebody. No offense. No. Man, I met her. Oh my God, she was so nice. And Man, I was like, hey, I was doing this thing because in Augusta sometimes I work for iHeartRadio, and I was like, hey, I was doing this thing on radio. You probably didn't remember me. She was like, no, I don't remember, but it's good to meet you again. I mean, she was so inviting. It wasn't like how some people may have an arrogance about them. She wasn't like, oh, I'm Trina, but I ain't thinking about you. She was very nice, man. She put her arms around. Well, first I asked, fellas, if you're gonna take pictures with these ladies, I know we like to feel like we bosses, but I always ask, hey, can I put my arms around? She was like, sure. That just make her feel comfortable. Like I ain't trying to touch you out of place. And she wrapped her arms around me, and I was like, okay, cool. She good peoples. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And I second that too. You know what I mean? I'll just be um touchy. You know what I'm saying? I allow them to make that first move. Whatever like that when it comes to just taking pictures because it's however they feel comfortable. Not every woman in this industry really want to be touched, and especially in this time that we are in with this pandemic and stuff like that. People is kind of stray away a little bit more. But but I don't know now. Kind of like after the quarantine, like people want a hug now. It's like they miss it. They miss that. Just being close to somebody. I don't know.
That's right. Hey, bro, you said something so important. I'm sorry for holding you. You
No,
said something.
please.
We're still in a pandemic and a quarantine. Do you know a pandemic is at least 10 years? The first pandemic was around like 2001 or 3. The first people don't know this. They call it SARS, SARS. We're in
Yeah,
SARS. That was SARS 1. Or that was just SARS or SARS 1. That lasted 10 years to whenever it stopped. But ain't it amazing how people don't even talk about it no more? I mean, in certain places,
yeah,
certain things close down, but most people, it's just like it's gone, and it's people still dying. It may not be a whole lot of people, but ain't that amazing?
yeah. Really though.
Nobody never said the CDC never came out and said, "Oh, it's over with." Do you know people in China still can't come outside?
Yeah, man. It wasn't that long ago when they had did another quarantine. They locked up, like I say locked up. I'm sorry, but that's what it felt like, right? They locked up. They held people captive in their homes. You know what I'm saying? And this was millions and millions of peoples. And this was during the same time. I look on the internet and see y'all people down there in Atlanta, doing a little freaknik. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like that is so crazy. Like, how can it be on one side of the world you got millions of people, um in captivity and quarantine and they cannot go outside and being not that far away, hours away, y'all turn it up in the swimming pool. I'm like, there's something fishy going on out here with this. Like, what are we really are these, what are we really being told, and at the same time, I have had some people that have lost their life due to the C word. And my condolences to all their families. And it's definitely, I'm not making a joke, when it comes to that, because life and death is never a joke. You know what I mean? We only, spirits is so important, and it's too much people taking each other's lives, taking your own life, and just that order. But even when it comes to this, recently I heard Biden, it was a recall on the vaccine. Did you hear about that?
Yes. And also, in certain places like Africa, they was destroying the vaccines over there. The people, they was taking it, smashing it, running over. They said they didn't want that stuff in their bodies. But ain't that
Yeah,
amazing? You didn't have a lot of people in Africa dying. People don't know that. They said no to it because they know the history of man's vaccine has always done more harm than good. I know it's for an individual person to decide on what to do because I never tell nobody what to do. But a lot
yeah,
of countries, they weren't going for it, especially in Africa. They told them, no, we don't want it. We'll be all right.
yeah. No, thank you. You
That's right.
know.
And have you heard of hundreds of millions of Africans dying? I haven't.
Yeah, and I really dislike, I love my basketball, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a street baller, former street baller. I don't play ball no more, but I love the basketball, the game, the art of it, you know what I'm saying, and I just didn't really like how the media just used that to attack Kyrie Irving and try to make him look like he's such a bad person, all because of the way that he stood up to decide something that he wanted to do with his temple, you know what I'm saying, and they just to this day, even with this trade talk and stuff like that with him leaving Brooklyn, they just use this to attack him and try to belittle the fact of who he is, his personality, and his as a man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just it's disgusting to hear other black men talk about this and just point the finger. You know what I mean? All because he stood up for something that he believed in. We all had an opportunity and an option, and that's what he decided to do. So why are you still attacking this man for his decision? I just don't like it, and it's just foul. It's just a low blow. I think, what I mean? Me being in media, I say this like, that's just wrong, man.
No, you're right. I agree. Everybody is entitled to how they want to feel about something. When it comes to vaccines and voting, and I don't understand why you want to burn somebody at the stake because they don't feel like how you feel. Everybody's experience is different. Different. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I take herbs every day. I've been around people that caught COVID 3, 4 times. I ain't never caught it. And I didn't know they had it till they told me later. I never had no sniffles, bro. I never had no cold. Some people say, well, some people are asymptomatic. I never had nothing. I even went to the doctor and I didn't get the COVID test, but you get your regular checkups and stuff. Nothing. So I think my opinion, because you got people like Dr. Sabi and a lot of holistic doctors, and they're telling the truth. The creator put all of the herbs. Herbs ain't nothing more than fruits and vegetables and plants that grow from the ground. They just manufacture. Sometimes they turn them to the peel. Sometimes they grind them up. That's all you're eating from. You're eating from Mother Earth. And that's somehow the earth is called the mother because we're in the matrix,
Right.
which is a. But if you eat from, I'm not saying nothing will happen to you, but if you eat from the earth and you eat healthy and you study and know yourself, like we talked about earlier, and yes, you can go to a doctor still, you can go to a nutritionist still, bro, that will lessen your chances of you just getting ill in general, unless you're eating from like a bad batch of herbs. You know how they always try to get their hands on everything and contaminate it. But if you're eating from the earth, look at you think about even your grandparents. If you was blessed enough to meet them, or other people's grandparents. Some of these people live a long. They're slim, or they're not obese. They're healthy. Sometimes a lot of them that took care of themselves got all of their teeth. Skin looks good. What we say, good black don't crack.
Yeah.
They're like everything, and they live through a whole bunch of stuff. Now it's like people want to talk down on you or look down on you because you don't trust government that has done all kind of things against you. Most black people don't even go and read, the Freedom of Information Act. They let you know what all the negative things the government has been doing to you as black people. It's more than just, with out in Alabama with the Tuskegee Airmen and all that. It's a man. They don't put LSD in the water. They done went to subway station, Chicago, New York, and spread germs. But they say that it was non-lethal. Man, a germ is a germ. You don't know
Right.
what's going to happen. Really, you can spray Lysol on somebody. If they're allergic to it, they'll break out and possibly kill them if that's, whatever the conditions are right or wrong or whatever.
Because our pores are open.
Your skin is the largest organ on your body. It eats or consumes everything it comes in contact with. Even if you stand in the bathroom where people are defecating, where they are doing number two, as we say, going to the bathroom, you can't stay in there long. Not only because the smell is so toxic, it gets into your skin. Even in your own bathroom, they say when you do number two, when your toothbrush is laid open in the public or hanging in whatever it's hanging on, sitting on, laying on, it says that the fecal matter is in the air and it goes and gets on your toothbrush.
True that.
So
Yeah.
why
True that.
somebody that don't even tell me what's in the ingredients of a shot? People be like, well, you go to McDonald's, and I don't eat at McDonald's because I read everything too. I read juices. Then I don't obsess like too. We don't obsess over it, but we just want to make sure we ain't putting all of the negative stuff that can have a reaction to these vaccines. They're not telling people about how other people get sick, and some people are dying over these vaccines. In Australia, they got rid of millions of dollars. You can research all this stuff worth of vaccines. It was potentially dangerous. They had to dump out millions of dollars. And this ain't the first time. And what you said, bro, right there in Atlanta. CDC is in Atlanta. These people out partying and everything. And you ain't had no whole bunch of massive people die.
Right. Yeah.
My point,
Yeah, that's
without talking
wrong.
about you just got to
No, that's,
research.
yeah, really, man. Like, there's so many things that's suspicious, you know what I'm saying, in this land, man, you know what I'm saying. Um, but hey, when it comes to just suspicion and, just a different type of talk, everything you talking about now, talk a little bit about this upcoming show of yours right here.
Hollywood Stepper. I want to definitely get with all of my Brujas, my Wiccans, my high priestesses, my prophets, my preachers, my pastors. I want to see if we can just all get together and come on the commonality of knowledge and wisdom. It ain't got to be the same religious practice. Whether you are Orthodox Christian, Orthodox Muslim, unorthodox Christian, whether you practice Wiccan, Houdon, Voodoo, whatever you want to call it, the Orishas, Palomambe. I want to get all of the healers together, all of the teachers together, and let the people decide on what knowledge you want to go towards, that you want to listen to. It's not right because we now know our ancestors was given Eurocentric Christianity. And people don't know there's two forms. There's two different Christianities. There's the Coptic, there's the Gnostic that the Vatican Church outlawed, which who gives you the power to do that, you know? And also there's a form of Christianity that comes right out the ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt that we're not being taught about. Like most of us don't know about. There's a city in Axum, Lalabella. Some of these are the first black churches that was hewn into the rock. We have no idea.
Mm. No, I
So
love that, and I love the initiative to where you want to bring all these different people from different beliefs together. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really powerful. You know what I mean? That's why, honestly, I don't claim a religion anymore these days because, I feel like all it is segregation. It's hidden segregation because, you get in based on your belief, if it doesn't match someone else's knowledge or what they believe, is they feel some type of way about you. Just like on the job, I learned like, I can't talk sports with some of these brothers. They get too caught up and it's just they get, it's sensitive subject for some people. And then they get out of body. And then now it becomes super aggressive. And it's like, whoa, like fall back, like pause, like, bro, like it's just sports. Like you don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? But you taking it super personal because I say Michael Jordan is better than LeBron and he always will be. And make people feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But that's my opinion. Tupac's the best rapper alive. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But we shouldn't have to come to blows or shots all because, like we can't even have a do this anymore. What we doing right here in Holla G Holla. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't even talk no more. You know what I'm saying? Without things just getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the thing in the streets. Like, man, people just too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And then they pick up a gun sometime and blow somebody's head off and then be around somebody they didn't who ain't all that sensitive. You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? And now they got to deal with this for a long time, man. It's just sad, but we got to just really think and just not take such a thing so personal. You know what I'm saying? And just like you say, man, we to learn you got to listen. That's the only way we're gonna get there, man. And I'm just again so proud of what you're doing, brother. You know what I'm saying, on your platform, My Celebrity Life. I really look forward to hearing more with your upcoming show, Hollywood Stepper. You know what I'm saying? I love that name. You know what I'm saying? That's really deep. You know what I'm saying? Give us a backstory of why Hollywood Stepper.
well, in the
Where it came
culture,
from.
I was looking at how Europeans have always came to stepped on our cultures. Like there's a lot of statues.
Mm,
People understand what they're seeing when they see people stepping on like serpents, because black people was known as the serpent people, especially
right.
over. Asia, you know, in Guam and places like that, you know, Cambodia, you know, the serpent energy, what they call the Kundalini energy too as well. When you ever looked at the medical symbol? It shows like two serpents are coiled around the
Right.
staff all the way to
Yeah,
the top.
yeah.
You know, the top of it is the pineal gland. It's known as the pine cone. Anytime you go around hospitals and universities, educational centers, you're going to see pine cones and serpents. That represents your energy. In China, they call it the chi. It's the same thing. It's a game of semantics. But and even the ancient Kemites, they wore this with they call it the uraris. It went right over the pineal gland, because that's how the power, the energy goes around your spine and shoots out your brain. But I was thinking about our ancestors, and I thought about like step and fetch, and I was like, step and fetch. I was like, man, they had to pretend to be dumb. They had to dumb themselves down. They had to
Mm.
feel like, I got to entertain these people to live. I got to hide who I am. I got to be basically trampled upon. Because, like, you know, we watch all these Lifetime, well, not quite Lifetime, but, you know, the movies of Temptations, Five Heartbeats, even though they're depictions, this is what happened to our people. They got stepped on.
Mm.
Frankie Lyman. This man stepped on you and took all your money to raise themselves up. Even Little Richard, the real king of rock and roll, gets stepped on. Elvis took the song from, pardon me, y'all, the black lady, I can't remember her name. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Like, you took all of
Yeah.
this music, and they got,
Elvis.
and you stood on the backs of other people to become great. Well, it's time that we reverse that. I know we ain't gonna get everybody. So let's step on their ideas. Let's step on what they think. Let's step on that culture that doesn't exist because it's built on our culture, and stand firm again. And we can do that through magic and power and wisdom and the information, the flow of God that's in all of us. And I use God in this sense as a universal term. That means that's the divine, the source. Let's stand back up straight and let our kundalinis and let our chi and our energy be magnetic and kinetic again.
Mm.
And raise up like a serpent. You know, watch them serpents, they'll be flat. And then when they start coming up, people start backing up. Like, ooh, what is it going to
Right.
do? Yeah. Bro, we've been glamored. We've been charmed. People have hit the thing on a down like the piper, and the snake is like, nah. We're the great force in this universe, on this planet. It's time for us to step back up. So that's the meaning behind it.
I heard that, and when talking about stepped on, they stepping on us every day on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right?
Boy, you on point. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you
You
took
on
me there. You put my mind there when you said what you said. You know what I'm saying? We all influenced by each other. You know what I'm saying? Some just don't admit it. The influence. You
That's
know what I'm
no.
saying? But man, real quick, I want to shout out a mutual friend of ours. You know, I show her no love today, but you know, she definitely was gonna well, I did during my sponsors. But you know, just individually, real quick, just shout out to our friend Gina Hills, the one and only superstar Gina. You know what I'm saying? I love that girl. And apparently somebody she loves somebody more because she about to get married soon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'm really happy for her. Congratulations to Gina. I hope, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know, become everything that she envisions. I just want to send her some blessings right now and, you know, congratulate her and Juan, you know, for you know, getting together and, you know, and man, just send blessings their way and just how proud I am of Gina, you know, and just thank her for sharing her platform with me, you know, and introducing me to help make me a family of the XOD network, you know. So shout out to Dominique Mitchell, you know what I'm saying, one of the founders and the visionary behind XOD network.
That's right. Big shout
So
out, Gina.
salute Gina.
Vibe. Whole vibe. I love Gina. Gina's smart too. Let me tell you something. I don't know how deep you've talked to her yet. Gina
Yeah.
is very, very, very smart. Oh my God. I should have known, because when you meet her, you just click with her. She's just so open. She's so loving and supportive. And man,
Yeah.
Gina's amazing. She's amazing. Congratulations on your union soon to be. Congratulations, Big Gina. Big Gina in the building. Gina Hills, baby.
Gina in the house.
Like Martin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Yeah, I missed the morning episodes. Those some good episodes.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, man. But again, before we get out of here, I appreciate just again showing what type of person that you are, what type of man that you are, for you using your platform to where you're being interviewed, you're being celebrated, and you brought other people on to celebrate, saying them as well. So that's just like very rare, and you don't see stuff like that, and we need to see more of that, just in this industry. But man, again, man, that's much love, and that's real talk, brother. Saying you know, just seeing that, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? This was your time, your spotlight. You know what I mean? And so shout out to Miss Lisa. Shout out to the brother. Was it Lord 90?
Yeah, Lord Nine
Is it
God. That's it.
okay? Okay, Lord Nine God. Okay,
And
and then
Rico.
shout out to Rico Red, right?
Yes, you
Right.
got it.
He couldn't get on the screen. He was having some trouble, but he did. Was trying or whatever like that. But yeah, man, just shout out to your whole team, your whole squad. I just want to continue to wish blessings and prosperity for you and saying your life, brother. Saying safety over you and your whole family, brother. Saying just success and everything that you reaching for, everything that you touch, everything just continue to turn not only tenfold, but 100-fold, 1,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold, infinite folds, man, just, salute to you. I'm proud of you, brother. And, thank you for taking the time to sit down with me to just have this intellectual conversation, a real conversation, two black men, again, just being able to be open and, secure in their own skin and just real, and that's just like, that's just what it is, brother, and thank you, for this interview today. And, I'm just proud of you. And, man, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Not only outside not just on the big screen, but outside the screen with your degrees, because, man, you high frequency, brother. Like, the degrees outside because it's hot out there. The summertime, the degrees, you feel me? So, hey, salute. I was trying to make that sound cool. I don't know how it came out. Whatever. I was playing with the words. I was trying to play with the words off the fly.
Yeah, I said it. Let me bump back into you briefly. I ain't gonna hold you long. Thanks too, brother, for creating a platform for great people like yourself and others, because you did over 500 plus interviews. You was telling me before. That's amazing, man. That's outstanding. Keep. I know you're gonna move into being the producer now. Keep growing, man. Keep sharing your light. Keep supporting. Keep being just the awesome figure and dope person that you are in the universe, man. You got a good soul. You are going places. You're gonna change some lives, and not only for yourself and your family, but for other people too, man. There's nobody in the world like you. You are original substance. You are the essence of everything that we need as a black man to be out here shining and doing your thing. And if I may give a couple quick shout outs, big shout out to Miriam Graham, which I know you know too as well, and Joe Never
Right,
Stop,
definitely.
Ernest Jackson, Miss Media. I'm probably MSN Media. If I mess it up, brother, I apologize. Leslie Tops, as well as trying to think, and Jackie Bush of Sheen Magazine. All these people have helped me make and connect and do a lot of great things. So big shout out to them, as well as every other PR publicist, marketing agency that's ever booked or aligned a connection for us to get with their celebrity talent and artists. And big major shout outs, man. I said it, man. I said it cool as I don't know what. Cool as the other side of the pillow. You feel?
Hey, yo, much respect, brother. You know what I'm saying? Your shades is cooler than mine. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? I hope, just continue to connect, brother. I just open to stay in touch, man. You know what I mean? And like I say, I really enjoyed this conversation, man, and just man, not only, saying much respect and prosperity, man, make sure you enjoy the rest of your week ahead and weekend ahead as well, man. You're doing great things out here. Man, just keep it up because not only do the world need it, our community need it, but we all need to hear it. So from Holla G, G Holla. you
I said it.
know what
Holla,
I'm saying? Yes, sir. Peace to you, brother. And remember, if anybody asks, I said it. Straight like that.
Play it like the player that he is. I said it.
Straight like that. G Holla.
Oh,
Hey man, make sure y'all support this brother, man. He doing great, great, great things, man.
that's right. That's right.
Yep. And then again, just real quick, please remind the people, as the last question, how can they support you on your platform? What's the best way to show you some love? You know what I mean? I'm gonna hold up the website as you talking. But yeah, man, just please remind the people in closing, how can they support you?
In closing, ladies and gentlemen, if you support me, that means you'll support a whole host of other people. Like I said it, who's coming on to our interview as well very, very soon. But go on, if you have Roku TV or Amazon Fire TV, which is free, you can go into any of your app stores, especially if you have like TVs that allow you to access apps. Usually it's through like Google Play or the Apple Store. You download Roku TV or Amazon Fire TV. You type in My Celebrity Life by G Holla, Geholla. You'll find all these wonderful and super cool, dope interviews and shows and music and things of that nature. Or you go to the website, which is MCLX.media, MEDIA, and log in, and you'll see also G Holla on YouTube, which is Geholla, My Celebrity Life, and you'll find us on there. Big shout out to I Said It.
Man, bigger shout out to my brother, G Holla, the one and only, man, you know what I'm saying, host and founder of My Celebrity Life, F.M.G. Media, LLC. Straight like that, man. Much respect to you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day. Again, I appreciate your time and just continue to be safe. Some say stay dangerous, whatever like that, wherever you move, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as we continue to just wake up and continue to just spread the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, the next day. And just keep ourselves as free as we can be within the freedom that we do have out here in these streets. So yeah, that way, brother. Much love.
Much love to you too, man. Shout out, man. Peace.
Peace.
Holla, holla.
Yes, sir. And thank you again for everyone that was able to tune in today. You know what I'm saying? Because absolutely. Thank you for everyone that was able to tune in today. We had a little glitch pause real quick. But yeah, man, again, shout out to G Holla for taking his time. Man, he really be putting it down out here in this industry and definitely someone that you should know. Now, in closing, like always, I just share, upcoming things that I'm doing and just, continue to shout out some of my peoples. So, with that being said, I want to shout out L.J. Wicks, who was the first Dutch female MC, first Asian MC, and first lady ultramagnetic MCs from the Bronx. And she's holding us down in the Netherlands over in Amsterdam, you know what I'm saying, Western Europe. You know what I'm saying? She's actually my brand ambassador. So, man, shout out to LJ Wicks. Make sure y'all follow her on all platforms. Man, shout out to my people's Radio Impact. And they're one of our radio sponsors, media sponsors. And man, any artists out there that be looking for spins and things of that nature and just, a little bit more time on the radio, man, that's how you can do it. Reach out to them. Shout out to my brother DJ Green Guy, the legend and the legendary hip hop DJ pioneer, DJ King Assassin, you know what I'm saying, out there in LA. So much love. Yeah, also definitely want to remind people, if they'd like to be a sponsor, it's not hard. You can contact me by email because I'm not gonna completely go over everything, but we offer TV, radio, and magazine promotion. And just remind you that it's at an affordable price of $211.66 monthly. and that's it based on a contract, an agreement, I should say, that you agreed that you're going to be paying this for 6 months to a year, and that's how you get it at that unbelievable price of $211.66. Or if you just want to try it out month to month, then it's $350 a month to month, and that would just include the radio, social media, and TV. I'm sorry, TV, magazine, not the radio. You have to do the contract for the agreement for the radio to be included, straight like that. Now let me break this down real quick, man. Shout out to all of our great media sponsors and partners. Again, I mentioned Radio Impact with DJ Green Guy and the legendary hip hop pioneer DJ, former DJ of man, the best I ever did, Tupac, over at Radio Impact, DJ King Assassin. Man, shout out to 98.2 The Beat out there in LA, holding us down like all the time. Man, shout out to CB and the boys. Man, they show me love every Wednesday night, on their platform. I'm really grateful for CB, which is Crystal Booker, and my friend Mimi Acosta, who's the founder of MIA Entertainment Group. And then, you have the gentleman there that, saying some true kings, holding it down, and they all have very intelligent conversations every Wednesday night. Y'all definitely have to catch them. They come on at 10 p.m. CST time, on YouTube and everywhere. Just look up CB and the boys. Man, shout out to Soul on the Streets, with G Waters, he holding it down out there in New York. So shout out to that brother. Man, shout out to She Bananas, and she has a radio show that she does out here in Chicago. It was formerly known as the Afternoon Kickback, but to my understanding, she's going to be changing her platforms, but still shout her out, and whatever like that. Also, when it comes to TV partners, I can't forget about our friend over there in Canada and Barbados holding us down, and that would be D Boss. And she's really D Boss. And it's where real life matters. So make sure you all look up reallifematters.com, and you'll be able to find more information on D Boss, sweet D Boss. Man, again, shout out to Gina Hills, the one and only, the new wife to be. She about to get married. Salute to her. Congratulations again. I'm very proud of you. Happy for you. Wishing you the best. And then make sure you follow her platform, lifeentertainment.com. Also, can't forget about, where this will be uploaded to our channel on Life and Entertainment, and that's the XOD network. So make sure y'all go to xodnetwork.com. Make sure you all go to your smart devices, download the app. That's like necessary. Make sure you all do that like in a hurry. Whether you using Xbox or PlayStation, you can do that. Any smart device, like literally. Download XOD network today. That's right, experience on demand. That's what it stands for, XOD. And actually, they have an event called Stump Iconic Award Show that'll be coming up really soon. So man, make sure you all support that. It's going to be at the Cannon Center down there in Atlanta, and it's with a host of award recipients and live performances by some of the best that ever did it coming out of the ATL and down south area. Also, shout out to my friend Mimi Acosta again. She's actually going to be on the front cover of our upcoming publication that's going to be dropping July the 11th. That's 7/11. So shout out to Mimi. Make sure y'all support her on all platforms. MIA Entertainment Group. And you can always catch me and Mimi the last Thursday of every month. This month it actually be the last Wednesday of the month. we had to switch the days up because we have an event hosted by not only myself, but brought to you and presented by ISAIDIT Management. And that's going to be July the 28th, man. I'm really excited to feature some really great people. And make sure you all tune in July 28th. That's actually not even an update flyer. Shame on you, Michael. I got to update my flyer for this program. But yeah, we actually going to have Gisele performing. We're going to have, man, Mannerism performing. We're going to have Analog Soul Sightings performing. We're going to have my brother Dylan performing. We're going to be doing a live meet and greet with Deasia Marie. And man, Giselle, this is the name, her name, I don't know what the heck I said. Her name is Giselle performing, you know what I'm saying? And man, just make sure you all tune in, and Lord be the thing is, Lord be with her. She's gonna be performing as well. It's a whole lot of people that's gonna really be performing. Y'all just gotta really stay tuned. So man, just shout out to everyone, and make sure y'all show up and show out. That's gonna be July the 28th. Shout out to Jazz Up Front, that's located in Bloomington, Illinois. That's where the next event is. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, man, hit me up. But again, enough about me. Definitely want to shout out everyone that's out here on the backdrop. This is my background for every show that I do. And this backdrop will also be live, I'm happy to say, at my next event and all the events that I do for the rest of the remaining year of 2022. So that's going to be really fun. Yep. And make sure you all subscribe to ISAIDIT Management on YouTube. And again, thank you for today's guest, the one and only G Holla. You know what I mean? Man, he's doing some incredible things again. And, you know, that's his logo, My Celebrity Life. That's the name of his show. You can find him on Roku TV. So make sure you all go to Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and look up his show. Download it today on Facebook, like his page. And man, you know, again, go to his website, which is MCLX.MEDIA. On that note, holla. And remember, if anybody asks, I said it. Blessings.